Good morning and welcome in, everybody. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective tarot message. And so we do have the full moon in Leo today. I've already channeled the full moon in Leo energy, and so today we're just going to see what needs to come through as an additional message. And so look for the Leo full moon video. If you missed it yesterday, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I will tag the video to the end. You're going to want to check it out. It was very powerful, the downloaded messages that I received that I shared with the collective. And so today is the full moon in Leo at 5 degrees 14. And so I really sat with that energy this morning of the Temperance card and the Hierophant. And so this is where we kind of are at the precipice of maybe blending some new beliefs. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Temperance is Sagittarius. And so I do feel there's an opposition between Leo and Taurus kind of playing out. A square energy. And so this is like a battle of the wits, a battle of the egos. What I also find interesting is today is my crossed over Gigi's birthday, my grandmother's birthday. She passed away in 2016 on the 7-Eleven portal. And so I was really sitting in Graham's energy this morning, the energy of alchemy and temperance, and she's one of my guides. And the Hierophant. So after her passing, it's kind of been this journey of like 7 or 8 years of trials and tribulations. And I kind of feel like I'm on the other side of all of those challenges, and I kind of made peace with her passing. And so that was like the breakdown of beliefs changing for me. And so that's what this full moon I feel is coming in to illuminate, to dismantle, is like a breakdown of some false beliefs within relationships, within, religious beliefs, family beliefs, ancestral beliefs, and alchemizing this new awakened energy within us, right? And so we all are predestined to awaken at fated moments in our life based on our birth chart, which is basically like our higher soul contract. But let's keep going here, guys. Let's jump in with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck, and let's see what needs to come through for the collective today. There's that new outlook. Pisces energy, Hanged Man energy, and sharing. And so this could be sharing about some new higher beliefs. I was channeling the Sphinx energy yesterday after a meeting with a Divine Feminine at the house. And I went into the Sphinx energy, and the Sphinx energy is like this enigma, and I'm going to do another video about the Sphinx channeling that I downloaded last night. So look for that video later today. But I was sitting with the Sphinx energy, and I do feel it's like this enigma. And so the awakening is the enigma of all of this mysterious spiritual energy, where we take all of this information in from these multiple sources. And so a lot of us are here to read books as part of our awakening, maybe even write a book, share our spiritual experiences. And so we're kind of being called to share these experiences now, to reach out and share about your awakening journey, because there are so many new people coming back online, and they will be able to gain some type of knowledge from what it is that you've attained on your awakening journey. And so outlooks are shifting, perspectives are shifting. We can't usually see things clearly until we're meant to see things. Another interesting tidbit is I woke up this morning and so foggy outside. So we had like an ice storm yesterday, and it was like super foggy this morning because the temperature is warming up after the deep freeze we had the previous week. The weather this winter has been very bipolar, very dualistic, but the energy was very thick. And so I do feel we're kind of still in this very thick, confusing, foggy energy, and the full moon is going to bring illumination so we can look at maybe a certain situation from a whole new perspective or a higher perspective. Eagle was a big message, Mama Eagle. And then every time I was typing or writing, ego kept changing to eagle. And so I feel like the higher ego, right? Releasing the lower ego and becoming like the eagle. And so what I feel is this full moon is bringing in a manifestation or an illumination of self-care. caring for our earthly body, right? So we are still in a lot of spiritual energies. We're on a spiritual journey, but we kind of got to bring it back down to earth. We got to come back down to earth, and we got to nurture our physical reality too. And so we have to take a grounded approach. We have to be grounded in our connection. We can't just be floating all off in these higher dimensions all the time, because we do still have an earthly existence that we're here to stay grounded in. And so we're shifting our choices, our beliefs. We're making healthier choices in relationships, with career, overall mind, body, and soul shifts. So we're releasing unhealthy habits, unhealthy relationships. Just anything toxic is kind of being shining down on the collective. I can't find my words. But this is about practicing the law of manifestation. And in order to, manifest the life that we desire, it does require a radical self-accountability, and so mirroring. So whatever's being created in your physical reality right now is a mirror effect of your thoughts. Are they rooted in an old negative belief, or are they rooted in an expanded higher conscious belief? And so meditation really does allow us to transmute the old programmed beliefs, so we can, accept accountability on the healing journey. And so we're all being invited to look in the mirror. And so usually the mirror is going to be a reflection of somebody externally, going to mirror back to you what you're not willing to look at deep within your shadow self. And so everything in life is going to be a mirror. And until you can look in the mirror and face everything that you don't want to look at, you're going to have a hard time on the healing journey. And so it's kind of like that Taylor Swift song. Oh my God, what is the song called? And I know the song very well. Anti-hero, right? Always looking for somebody to save you. And so when we kind of take blame away from everybody else, and we take ownership of where we're at, everything we've gone through, then we can really kind of step into that future timeline. So meditation practice, spending time in nature, really allows us to kind of understand the process of this evolution. It allows us to reevaluate the destructive patterns, the habits. And, we all have patterns and habits that still remain that we need to keep working on. It's a continual process of evolution and choices and decisions, and balancing the energies that still remain. And so meditation does allow us to quiet the mental clutter. It allows us to quiet the mind in these states of chaos. And it also allows us to open up our spiritual lines of communication with our guides and the angelic beings. And I do plan on talking about dimension shifting and what you are likely going to be experiencing in different dimensions up to the 7th dimension, because I'm pretty much rooted between the 7th and the 6th on the daily. And so we're manifesting 5D Earth. And so I do feel positivity. There's that watch, that negative self-talk. And we can all do it. We can all spiral out of control, right? And this usually is a trigger stemming around jealousy. So if you're scrolling social media and you're jealous of somebody else's life, I think I made a post like, nobody posts the bad stuff. Usually everybody's always posting the perfection in their life, and nobody's life is perfect. And so this keeps us limited. That's limiting behavior too, like going and searching for people's lives to compare yourself against. And so that's going to deplete you. That's going to keep you stuck and stagnant, right? And so you're kind of living your life worrying about what everybody else is doing. And so that is a trigger. I didn't even realize that. So that keeps us in a negative spiral, right? So stop looking to external things is a big message. Address the patterns, address the triggers. Nothing changes if we avoid the triggers as well. And so there's a pattern being brought to the surface, I feel, stemming around the fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, that's going to have to be corrected. Fixed signs don't like change. I'm a Taurus. I know I don't like change. And so there's like a severing going on, I feel, in the energies today, because it's time. We're ready. We're ready to learn the lesson. We're ready and open and willing to receive the lesson. And so that's when the teacher kind of shows up on the path. So how can you release an unhealthy attachment that's likely been bringing you down, creating all kinds of negative manifestations in your physical reality? It could be struggling with money, health issues. And so as we journey towards these higher states of consciousness, everything that's out of alignment has to kind of pitter patter and fall away. And so get ready to face a challenge. There's something here that needs to leave your life. I think somebody's going to be testing you. Somebody's going to be pushing your buttons, testing you when it comes to standing strong in your beliefs. Are you going to be Leo strong in what it is that you believe in? Because it's time to heal these patterns, these deeply embedded traumatic patterns from past life within our soul's consciousness, within our soul's DNA. And we got to do this by facing our deepest, darkest hurts, which is the first step of the healing journey, going into that inner child wound and healing that core wound. We all have a core wound. We're born with it. And it doesn't matter how great your parents are. There's a core wound from childhood. And so this is the gateway to opening up to being a gifted healer yourself. When we learn how to heal our own inner wound, which never fully heals. The healing journey is continual, but this is where we owe it to another to share what it is that we've learned. So maybe it's time to explore a higher education, some more healing work, some energy healing work. But this is where we shift from these insignificant, lower dimension contrasts. Well, I'm not going to say they're insignificant because they do play a very significant role as part of our evolution. And I did notice 11:11 on the timer when I retracted the insignificance of the karma. But, and so a lot of us go through many short-term contracts before we get to that divine soul connection, the person of most importance on the journey, the person that is going to trigger us the most to get us to open up the heart. And so how can you empower yourself? We are coming back online. Many within the Twin Flame Collective are being asked to step into that leadership position of being those spiritual healers and teachers, teaching others how to take ownership of their psychic abilities and develop their psychic abilities. So get ready for some channeling abilities to be like wide open here. And this is part of a soul contract. So I do feel there's some type of karmic contract here serving as a catalyst for your need for spiritual awakening and development. So you can't keep neglecting the calling. You can't keep neglecting working on yourself. So get ready to start channeling a lot of higher vibration energies coming up after this full moon, 12/21. So this is all energies, I feel, reaching like a 4-year cycle of completion. If we go all the way back to that grand conjunction at the 12/21 portal, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. This is where a lot of us went into the timeline split of twin flame separation. And so a lot of the twins are coming into this Jesus consciousness too right now, this fresh start. This is the rebirth, the pinnacle, right? The purple 2 represents royalty, third eye energy, third eye activations of the Jesus consciousness. So whenever I see like the footprints in the stand, I think of, Jesus walking beside you. You might not see him there. You might not see the guides there, but they're always walking beside you. There's a twin soul, I feel, energy coming through. There's confusion. There's releasing of these unhealthy patterns during this full moon. Addictions, trauma bonds, right? Death energy to reorient us back on the right path when it comes to these soulmate unions, where I think we've kind of been, a lot of us, we lock the door. We close the door. We don't want to believe that this is it, right? And so a lot of twin souls are coming into union. And so get ready to unlock a new doorway. But we got to walk away from these unhealthy habits if we want that fresh start. And so there's somebody here that I feel you left quite an impression on for a soul connection. And this person is important on your journey. So a gift. Show compassion. I do feel there's a twin flame here. One half of a twin flame connection really struggling with their human experience right now. So let's see what's going to be illuminated in the full moon in Leo. What needs to come through today? Patience. There's that temperance energy. And so this is divine timing. I feel somebody has really waited a long time. I do feel somebody is making plans to come forward before maybe you meet somebody new. Or maybe you have recently met somebody new. Maybe you've waited a long time for this new relationship experience. Maybe the last 6 months has been a process of really making plans to close out a karmic lesson, and something here is over, and it kind of come out in reverse, and so that there is an ending that will lead to a new beginning. But the second message along with this card is there's something that maybe you thought was over that isn't over. And so I do feel there's a major karmic completion going on here, right? So some deep spiritual roots. You're going to want to disconnect and go within. That's a big message, to bring it inward, to navigate carefully as we show ourselves compassion and overcome some inadequacy issues, self-worth issues, right? We got to crumple up that old version of ourselves so we can finally release the unhealthy patterns which serve as a mask to hide our inadequacy issues, right? And I'll tell you, I'll be like 2 months cigarette and nicotine free on the full moon. Well, today on the full moon. And so I actually quit on the Gemini full moon a couple of full moon cycles ago. And I'll tell you the confidence that has been growing since quitting. And I'm like, I didn't even look at it as really like a drug addiction, but nicotine is a drug. Just undeniable, right? And so many of us are getting back on track, right? Back on track, back on path. And it does require a heart expansion, a releasing of the past. We cannot keep reliving the past. When we stay stuck in a state of unforgiveness, then we stay stuck in a state of reliving the past, in a state of lower vibration, dark night of the soul. And so there is a major releasing of some past energies here. And there's that tower, because the universe has a plan, guys. The universe wants us to seize these new opportunities, these new doorway opportunities. The universe wants us to embrace this renewal and to leave an old mindset behind. And maybe that old mindset that you're leaving behind might mean leaving behind a long-standing commitment or your beliefs surrounding divorce. I know, divorce is really looked down upon or frowned upon within the Catholic community. I was raised Catholic. I don't really have a religion, although I was raised Catholic. But I feel there's a need to, release an old belief surrounding divorce or marriage, and that is what the twins came here to do, is to upheave these old relationship beliefs and to ground a newfound belief. So I do feel there is an ending here, and maybe somebody's waited a long time for their counterpart to close out a cycle, but I feel something that you also thought was over is coming back around. So that's interesting. Maybe somebody from the past where you had an ending, and maybe there's a need to kind of close up and tie up some loose ends there. But let's jump in with the tarot and let's see what else needs to come through today. Knight of Cups reversed. Tree of Life. So there's a life force activation here. There is an awakening going on here. This is like the interconnectedness of everything. And so the beauty and the oneness, that's the Sphinx energy coming through, guys. And then the Knight of Cups in reverse. And so this is a recognition maybe of unrequited love. This is definitely somebody in an unrequited love situation needing to release it. That could mean it's over. That's like your smiling liar energy. I think a trigger with a smiling liar is going to open somebody up to maybe go their own way. Yeah. Maybe wish fulfillment lies in going your own way. But, we do have to master interdependencies, right? And so foundation energy was huge with my visit yesterday with the Divine Feminine. Her foundation leaked and my foundation leaked. And so the energy of foundation. So the tower is a foundation. Our body, our homes, our beliefs, that is a foundation. And so a lot of us have been rebuilding our beliefs and our foundations. This is Divine Feminine energy coming through. I feel a Divine Feminine looking straight dead in the eye of wish fulfillment coming. You've mastered a cycle. You've completed a cycle. You've gone through expansion. There's a lot of higher energies here, and I just feel the wait is over. You definitely manifested maybe a confession. There could be a confession here coming in. But let's pull a 9-card spread and let's see what needs to come through for the collective today. Greater awareness awaits. Greater awareness awaits. I'm going to set that aside. That's the awakening. That's the Plutonian energy. Pluto's coming in to shake things up. And so judgment, that's the awakening. That's the energy of soul retrieval, recounting past lives as well. I feel the enigma We get the Justice in reversed, the Chariot in reversed, and the Five of Cups reversed. So Libra, Cancer, Scorpio. Eight of Cups in reverse, that's the energy of going back. You thought something was over. Somebody that maybe ghosted you or abandoned you. Maybe this has been a long time coming. Maybe this is something from 8 to 5 years ago. But I do feel something coming back for some heart healing. Yeah, there's a lot of regret here. Everything is in reversed. The World reversed. And my deck is not in reversed. The Strength card. There's that Leo energy. And the Hermit. I just feel divine orchestration is playing out here, guys. So the deck is not in reverse. So this is what we got. We got the top row here. I'm going to show you what we got, guys. We got the Libra in reverse, Chariot in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. And so this is like a massive release. This is like an emotional breakdown and stemming around some type of injustice. Somebody here has been, you know, holding it all in with a heart of steel. Like they've been walled up. They've been jammed up. There's like an emotional breakdown, an emotional release. It's like the floodgates are like opening up. The floodgates are wide open, which is triggering somebody to go back to the past. I do feel maybe there was third party that interfered with a spiritual soul connection here. And there's a need to go back to something that was abandoned. Maybe somebody abandoned the mother of their children for some healing, for some heart healing. And so this, I feel, has been avoided up until now, this heart healing and this releasing for this renewal. And I'm actually feeling a lot of heaviness right here because there's a cycle that needs to complete. And there's that Leo. So I do feel ego. We got, oh, the Alpha and the Omega, the Enigma. And so something about Leo and Virgo. I was actually spiraling in some energies this morning. Not spiraling emotionally, but like in the third eye, spiraling through like the astrology of the energies and the Alpha and the Omega. So something about 12th house Leo, first house Virgo. That's what they were showing me this morning, and I find it interesting that that's how it kind of is being played out here. So that was kind of maybe a premonition. So there's something coming back around before we can commence with a new beginning here with the Fool in the middle of the world. And so something about Leo and Virgo, there's definitely a third eye activation going on here. So get ready for communication. Yeah, get ready for communication. This is the energy of like wide open. That's the floodgates. That's the mysteries pouring in, the enigma of the truth of a new beginning. And we do have a masculine here, like massive, massive heart chakra activation with the King of Cups reversed, the Palace of Cups, the Ace of Coins. Like this is divinely guided awakening. We are like really on the precipice of these twin flame unions for sure. Golden opportunity. I do feel a masculine learning to kind of boss up. I feel Superman energy, like Superman energy, going after the gold. So I'm going to clarify this Five of Coins reversed. We get the Three of Coins, the Fool, and the Magician. So get ready for unexpected communication. Yeah, maybe in the past, this person just wasn't willing to open up their heart. Maybe somebody in the past was a smiling liar, and now they want to come in with a confession before you meet somebody new. I knew there was a Two of Pentacles, and there it is. So there is a major realignment going on here, for sure. There is going to be maybe an apology for a past unrequited love situation. Fast movement, accelerated ascension, and there's that Tower. There's the Tower for the shift in beliefs, the shift in consciousness, and there's the Enigma coming through. So I'm definitely going to have to jump back on and channel the Enigma energy in a different video. But what we got here is for sure a realignment taking place. The Two of Pentacles showed up on the bottom of the deck, and I felt it here. And so maybe this has been a couple years in the making, but I do feel, boom, we've got an awakening. We've got a new beginning here. The masks are coming off. Somebody is shedding some major layers. There's that Virgo energy, and there is an opportunity for a new cycle here to begin. But it does require making a decision from the heart, right? We're making a decision from the heart, and I feel somebody here needed a wake-up call on the heart, right? So we got the King of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed. Somebody here was really blocked up on the heart, and we're going to have acceleration here. Sorry, a message just came through. Okay, get ready for a wake-up call. And that's what I see here. So let's close off with one last message from Spirit. Be aware, guys. Be aware of people and circumstances that are in your way, in the way of a soul connection, that are serving as a test. Are you going to stand strong in your beliefs? Are you going to show the world how bright that you can shine? Because it's kind of judgment day. So somebody's journeying, I feel, towards a deep past life connection here. All right, somebody's overstepped. Get ready to draw the line in the sand. Boundaries. Boundaries are being drawn because there's a destined event coming and we feeling it and we know it, right? And so this is definitely a pivot of recapturing maybe vitality, love. Love is kind of being supported in this full moon illumination. We get, you are giving soul, but be careful of people who deplete you, who don't reciprocate. So we're evolving, we're learning lessons, we're processing deep-seated emotions at this time that are not easy to do. But that is the very first step to acknowledging the healing journey, to learn the lessons, to evolve beyond the difficult past life karma. We can't acknowledge, or if we don't acknowledge the difficulties and acknowledge the karma, then we can't heal from them. So honesty. Honesty is always the best policy. So get ready for the worst truth to come to light. And it's always going to be better than a lie because somebody's words are not matching their actions. And we got to be aware of people and circumstances that are serving as a test at this point in time. And that's what I got, guys. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join the membership on the channel if you feel guided to do that. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you, everybody.